Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Paul. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting visitors. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Buying some time as he moves left. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
That is why you have to contain this guy. If you let him get out, he is an explosive play waiting to happen. And after that big gainer, I'd like to see how this defensive coordinator is going to try to get after him as the game goes on, because a play like that can make you rethink your entire game plan.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Now he's going to break the pocket. Ball in the air, intercepted!
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Slings it downfield. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got enough space, and he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gashed them all by himself.
Right, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time. You got misdirection and so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it, but when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
First down for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Fakes his man out. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Unloads it downfield. Got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. Lets it fly. Snags it on the right. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. The give on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cobb. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Dances away. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. You know, it's not often you get to see QBs go over 5,000 yards passing in a year. We've watched this guy, though, be a special player for this offense all season long. With that last completion, he's now hit the milestone.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Give him 6. Touchdown, Auburn. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal. He's going up top. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45, on his way. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another 1st down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's...
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And you know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. 3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to run for it. Across the 25, he's got room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. He wants to take the top off. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York.
And he'll step into the end zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's Cobb. Turns it on in midfield. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. At the 40, there he goes. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, they're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Let's go! Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. Obliterates him, still on the move. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Auburn. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Just a misfire from this sophomore as he threw it behind him. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Number 8.
Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports.